Hi everyone, my name is Gautam Gupta and I want to welcome you all to my YouTube channel, Universal Fundamentals. In this video, I will be talking about the upcoming transits that are going to be affecting you if your ascendant or your moon sign is in Scorpio for the year 2023. Now, we do have a lot of planetary changes that will be taking effect in the coming year, and these changes are going to affect us personally in different ways depending on what our ascendant and moon sign are. But before I begin talking about these things, I do want to invite everyone to please check out my website, universal-fundamentals.com, where you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter and you'll get it delivered straight to your email address. You'll also learn more about me and what I do as a Vedic astrologer. And if you happen to find this video helpful and useful, then please give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button. Doing so will really help me out with the YouTube algorithm, which will allow other users like you to locate this video. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure to hit that bell notification icon so you do not miss out on any of these similar YouTube videos that I will be uploading in the future. I also want to let everyone know that I do practice sidereal Vedic astrology and not Western tropical astrology. So make sure you know what your correct ascendant and moon sign are according to Vedic astrology. So with that being said, let's begin with talking about the important transits that are coming up for a Scorpio ascendant or moon sign for the year 2023. So, to give you all a bit of a recap as to what has been going on over the last 2.5 years, transiting Saturn has been going over your third house of Capricorn. So, what this tells me is that over the last 2.5 years, you have felt a tremendous amount of relief from any ongoing pressures you've been experiencing related to family, money, finances, health, and other life issues that have been plaguing you in the past. Now, this sense of relief has given you so much freedom to do whatever it is you've been wanting to do. And you've been feeling extremely productive and powerful regarding all aspects of your life. Now, the first important event that will be occurring this year is that transiting Saturn is going to officially enter the sign of Aquarius on January 17th of 2023, where it will remain there until March 29th of 2025. Now, this transit will occur in your fourth house, and it will be in its own Multirkon sign, which means Saturn is going to feel even more comfortable in the sign of Aquarius than it did in Capricorn. And more importantly for you guys, this will form a Sasha Yoga via transit, as Saturn is placed in its own sign of rulership and it is in a Kendra house. And remember, the Kendra houses are 1, 4, 7, and 10. So I want you guys to realize that the fourth house does deal with our mother, domestic life, property dealings, real estate, as well as vehicles. And these are the areas that will be requiring a lot more of your attention over the course of the next 2.5 years. You are going to find yourself having a lot more responsibility in those areas, so make sure you manage your time accordingly. Now, a transit that has been occurring since April of 2022 is that transiting Jupiter has been in your fifth house of Pisces, and it will continue to remain there until April 21st of 2023. Now, the fifth house, as we know, deals with our children, creative talents, entrepreneurial pursuits, as well as speculative investments such as the stock market. And I have to say, these things have been turning out phenomenal for you guys over the past year. I feel as if you guys have so much mental clarity and focus to a point where you have been making the right decisions and right choices. And if you have children, you guys would have gotten a lot closer over the past year and will continue to remain close until Jupiter remains in your fifth house. And because Jupiter has been aspecting your ninth house, things related to your father, higher education and learning, spirituality, as well as your teachers have been going extremely well for you. And also, Jupiter's aspect to your 11th house tells me that you have probably found more creative ways to make more money and gains. And this has been really beneficial for you guys. And if you happen to have an older sibling, it probably means that they have been doing well also, or you guys may have become a lot closer. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that once transiting Saturn enters the sign of Aquarius on January 17th of 2023, transiting Jupiter will be hemmed between Saturn, which is in your fourth house, as well as Rahu, which is in your sixth house. So this does mean that Jupiter will feel a bit uncomfortable during this transit in 2023. So things related to your children, stock market investments, speculation, and any entrepreneurial pursuits are going to require more attention to make things work. However, rest assured that obtaining the blessings and success of Jupiter are still very possible. Now, while Jupiter is in the sign of Pisces, this is going to create what I call a triple point of manifestation. And this is where transiting Saturn in Aquarius, transiting Jupiter in Pisces, as well as transiting Mars in Taurus are all going to be aspecting the sign of Scorpio. Now, you see, transiting Mars has been retrograding since October 30th of 2022 at 1 degree of Gemini, and it re-entered the sign of Taurus on November 14th of 2022. And transiting Mars will finally turn direct on January 13th of 2023 at 13 degrees of Taurus, and it will remain in the sign of Taurus for the next 2 months. Now, for you guys, this triple point of manifestation will occur in your first house. And the first house, remember, is all about you. You know, your self-development, health, new beginnings, and entrance into this world. And I feel like you are going to feel incredibly self-confident and focused during this time. This will be a time of major self-development, and more importantly, you will feel more secure than ever before. Your health matters during this time will remain great overall. Now, because transiting Mars will be in your seventh house for the next 2 months, do exercise some caution in your relationships, business partnerships, as well as your spouse for those who are married. And I would avoid getting into heated discussions or arguments because with Mars in the seventh house, things can escalate quickly in a not so pleasant way. So if there are any major disagreements or differences, please make sure you are having constructive discussions. Now, this triple point of manifestation will last until March 13th of 2023, and this is when transiting Mars will finally enter the sign of Gemini and will no longer aspect the sign of Scorpio. However, Jupiter's and Saturn's point of manifestation and double aspect to the sign of Scorpio will remain until April 21st of 2023, when Jupiter will finally leave the sign of Pisces and enter the sign of Aries. And at this point, Jupiter will also no longer aspect the sign of Scorpio. But the double point of manifestation from March 13th through April 21st of 2023 will remain positive for your first house matters. Now, ever since March of 2022, transiting Rahu has been going over your sixth house, and transiting Ketu has been going over your 12th house. And this transit will continue all the way through November 28th, 2023. And remember, the sixth house deals with our health, coworkers, employees, disputes, litigations, as well as our everyday routines. And over the last year, you have been very well focused on dealing with all of these issues. Now, you may have encountered some issues with your coworkers or employees, and maybe they weren't being as transparent with you about certain things, or they're just simply causing trouble in your life. However, you have done a relatively good job in handling these issues. Remember, Rahu loves to be in the sixth house, as malefic planets do very well here. So even if you are faced with any issues, you have been dealing with them very tactfully and will continue to do so as long as Rahu remains in your sixth house. Now, ever since March of 2022, transiting Ketu has been going over your 12th house, and this has been very profound and deep for you when it came to letting go of the past and pursuing any spiritual matters. You may have had some dreams which gave you some really great insight about your past, and this could have been monumental in letting go of certain areas that were no longer conducive to your life. And all of these matters will continue throughout the coming year until Rahu and Ketu shift signs on November 28th of 2023. Now, on April 21st of 2023, transiting Jupiter will enter the sign of Aries, which will be in your sixth house, and it's going to remain there until May 1st of 2024. And while Jupiter is in Aries, it will be aspecting the signs of Leo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Coincidentally, Saturn in Aquarius will be aspecting Aries, Leo, as well as Scorpio. So while Jupiter remains in Aries for the year, the sign of Aries and Leo will receive a point of manifestation due to Saturn and Jupiter's influence. So when it comes to your sixth house, you are going to continue to find ways to get healthier and more active with your current lifestyle. This will really give you the drive and optimism to look for ways to improve your daily routine and life. Now, with this Rahu and Jupiter conjunction in your sixth house, you may find some obstacles in dealing with any coworkers or employees. However, I do think you're going to be able to look for creative and out of the box solutions to effectively deal with these situations. Just make sure you don't get yourself into too much trouble while implementing these things, as the temptation to win at all costs will be there. But Saturn's third aspect to this Rahu Jupiter conjunction is really going to empower you to make the right choices about your health, coworkers, employees, as well as any litigation you might have. Now, what's going to be even more great about this transit is that transiting Rahu, Jupiter, as well as transiting Saturn will all be aspecting your 10th house of your work, career, social standing, and reputation. Once again, this is going to be super favorable and empowering for you guys, as you will be very well focused and dedicated towards your work and your career. You will have the discipline and focus to get the things done, and I do think you are going to feel more service oriented, as transiting Jupiter will be in your sixth house. But nonetheless, the sign of Leo is receiving a point of manifestation, so take advantage of any career opportunities coming your way, and you'll be very glad you did. And some of you may actually be receiving a nice promotion or pay raise during this transit. Now, Jupiter will also be aspecting your 12th house of Libra for the year, and this is going to open up opportunities for some foreign traveling, as well as bringing resolution to the things from your past. This will be a pleasant experience regarding these issues, so be ready to embrace these things. Now, in addition, Rahu and Jupiter in your sixth house of Aries will aspect your second house of Sagittarius. And remember, the second house deals with your money, finances, family, as well as your speech. So once again, this transit is going to be very expansive and empowering for these matters. You will see an increase in your bank balance as your financial situation continues to improve and get better. However, just be careful with the way you are communicating, especially since Rahu is also aspecting your second house. Just make sure you're being considerate and thoughtful with what you want to say, so your words and thoughts do not get misunderstood by others. But nonetheless, what you have to say is important, and people will listen accordingly. So take proper advantage of this opportunity. So this is what I wanted to cover regarding what's going to happen for a Scorpio ascendant or moon sign for the year 2023. I hope you guys got something out of this. Once again, if you found this video to be useful, please give it a thumbs up by hitting the like button. Doing so will really help me out with the YouTube algorithm, which will allow other users like you to locate this video. And also, if you're new to my channel and would like to see similar videos like this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell notification. And if you would like to know more about me and what I do as a Vedic astrologer, please check out my website, universal-fundamentals.com. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.